everyone, so today I'm gonna show you how to beat Gordon Hayward's bot in chess. So let's get right into it. I'm playing this with white pieces. First I just to move my pawn to d4. It moved its knight to f6. So now I can develop my knight to f3. It moved its pawn to g6. So now I can also develop my bishop to f4. It moved its bishop to g7. So I should move my pawn to e3. It castled it to the king's side, so I should move my bishop to d3. It moved its pawn to d5. So now I can also castle. It moved its pawn to g5. So I should capture it with my bishop and attack this knight. It moved its knight to c6, attacking my pawn, which is already being defended by my knight and my pawn. So no need to worry. So I should now just develop my knight to c3, attacking this pawn. It moved its pawn to h6. So I should retreat my bishop to f4. It moved its knight to b4. So I should move my knight to b5. It moved its pawn to c6. So my knight to c7. It moved its bishop to g4, pinning my knight to the queen. So now I can easily capture its rook with my knight. It captured my bishop with its knight, so I should recapture it. Captured my knight with its bishop, so I should recapture it. And now my castling is also almost ruined. It moved its pawn to c4, attacking my queen. Move my queen to e2. It moved its queen to c8. So now I should move my pawn to b3. It captured my knight with its queen, so I should capture its pawn. It recaptured my pawn with its pawn, so I should capture this pawn with my queen gaining advantage. It moved its pawn to b5, attacking my queen, which I can just capture. But it captured my pawn on f3 with its queen. But that doesn't matter much now. And what does really matter now is that the queen is attacking all these g2, h1, g3 and h3, which are very important for my king to move on. So I should move my rook to e1. It moved its knight to e4. Now it is almost threatening mate with queen takes pawn on f2. So that I should move my queen to e2. It moved its queen to h3. So now I should again offer a trade with queen to f1. It accepted the trade and captured my queen, so I should recapture it. It moved its rook to c8, ready to capture this pawn and gain material. But now I will not let that happen and move my rook to c1, protecting it. It moved its knight to d6, just to capture this knight with my bishop. It recaptured my bishop with its pawn. So now I should move my rook to b1 and also my rook to b7, threatening this pawn. It moved its king to h8, so I can capture its pawn with my rook. Its bishop to h6, threatening this pawn. But that is already being protected by my pawn, so no need to worry. And now I should move my rook to b7. And now I should move my rook to b1. It moved its king to h7. So now I should check the king with rook to f7, capturing its pawn. It moved its king to g6. So now in this position I should move my rook to d7, attacking this pawn. It captured my pawn, a2 with its rook, so I should capture its pawn with my rook and check the king. It moved its king to h7. So now I can again check the king with the rook to b7. It blocked the check with its bishop, so I should move my rook to d7. It moved its king to h6. So I should capture its bishop with my rook. It captured my opponent c2 with its rook. So now I should move for my rook to d7. It checked me with the rook to c1. So I should move my king to e2. It again checked me with the rook to c2. So I should move for my king to d1. It captured my opponent f2 with its rook. So now I should move for my rook to b6. Check. It moved its king to g5. So now I should again check the king with the rook to g7. It moved its king to h4. So now I should move my pawn to d5, d6, my king to e2, f1. It moved its rook to c2. So I should advance my pawn to d7. And now I should move for my rook to b8. It captured my pawn with its rook, so I should recapture it. It moved its king to g3. So let's do checkmate. Can move my rook to g7 check. It moved its king to f3. So now rook to f8 check. Rook to e7 check. King e1. It moved its king to c4. So I should move my rook to d8. Rook to c7 check. Rook to b8 check. And now finally I can move my rook to a8 to do checkmate. So let's review the game. Now it is analyzing the game.
You had a nice tactical find in this game. Let's review.
So let's see which moves we made. None of us made any brilliant or great moves. I made 25 best moves while it made 20. I didn't make any mistake, miss or blunder. It made one mistake, 0 miss and 1 blunder. So our middle game and the game and the openings won. In the opening I did great while it did good. In the middle game I also did great, which it did best, and in the end game I did excellent while it did good. So what about the ELOs? For the ELO it did 1550, then its current ELO which it showed there, and that is 1700. Now about the accuracy. For the accuracy it did 76.8% and that did 86.4%. So now let's start the reviewing.
Countless games start with this move because it leads to many strong openings.
So now I will just let you listen to the coach what it is saying because it will give a better explanation.
Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. You captured a free pawn. Nice, definitely the right move. You won material by capturing that rook. You won a pawn for free. You captured that free pawn. That pawn was yours for the taking. Excellent teamwork between your pieces, leading to a ladder.
So, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you like the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Please comment how you thought the video was. Please also comment the idea for my next video and have a nice day.